column and stops at last row, last column. You don't require to tell row index, you don't require to tell column index, nothing required. It simply starts from the first to last column, stops at last to last column. Watch it, we'll print it. For each, int I in, what is the name of the array? ARR. Console dot write I. Recollect, is it not the same way you printed the values of a single dimensional array yesterday? Yes or not? It is the same way you printed the values of a single dimensional array yesterday. Yesterday you printed the single dimensional array values in the same style. Save it. tdarray.cs. tdarray. All 20 zeros. Count it if you want. 5, 5, 5, 5, 20. So total all the 20. So at a time you can just print up the appropriate values here. Okay, by using a single for each loop, you don't require to use a nested for loop. Are you clear? Accessing the values of two-dimensional array by using for each loop. But if you want to do the same thing by using a for loop, what do you require to do, guys? You require to write two loops, nested for loop. We'll try that also. How do we use a for loop to print the values? If we want to use a for loop means it is going to be nested. One for loop cannot do. We should write two for loops. One for loop inside, another for loop. Accessing the values of two-dimensional array by using nested for loop. For int I is equals to 0, I less than, see the outer loop should be pointing to the rows. Outer loop should be pointing to the rows. That's what we learned. Inner loop should be pointing to the columns. Outer loop to the rows and inner loop to the columns. Means outer loop should run for the number of rows. Inner loop should run for the number of columns. So can I say I less than ARR dot get length of 0 here? Yes or not? Means 0 to 3. 0 to 3. 0 to 3 is the row index now. I plus plus. This is the first loop. Next. One more. For int j equal to 0. J refers to the inner loop. Refers to the columns. J refers to the columns. So we need to point out to the number of columns here. Okay. So j less than ARR dot get length of means the inner loop is going to run for 5 times 0 to 4. Outer loop is going to run for 4 times 0 to 3. This one 0 to 4. J plus plus. Yeah. Can anyone answer this question? What is it? How does a nested for loop execute? First, louder, yeah, you're eating your words. In the loop, without opening the main door, you'll open the bedroom door. Then you're telling first inner loop will execute now. Starts with outer, starts on outer and then it comes to the inner. But that's not the way to describe it. Say, how to tell. For each iteration of the outer loop, a complete cycle of inner loop will occur. Did you understand me or not? I repeat, for each iteration of the outer loop, a complete cycle of inner loop will occur. What is that? Tell me, for each iteration of outer loop, a complete cycle of inner loop occurs. What is that? Say, I started with 0. I started with 0. First iteration. Now a complete cycle of inner loop now. A complete cycle of inner loop means 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. Yes or not? Now all the time what is I value? 0. Same way, I becomes 1. Again, a complete cycle of n loop. Again, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. All this time what is I value? 1. Again, I becomes 2, a complete cycle of inner loop. I becomes 3, a complete cycle of inner loop. Here what is the I value? 2. And here what is the I value? 3. What's those coordinates correctly? Array, in each iteration, you're getting access to each cell, man. That's what I shown you here. 0, 0, 0, 1, 0, 2, 0, 3, 0, 4. Check it out. First time, you're getting access to all the 5 cells of the first row now. Second time, all the 5 cells of the second row. Third time, all the 5 cells of the third row. Fourth time, all the 5 cells of the fourth row. Is it clear, guys? So how you should describe it? For each iteration of outer loop, a complete cycle of inner loop occurs. A complete cycle of inner loop occurs basically. That is how exactly a nested for loop executes. Okay now? Fine. Now let me come here. Here I'm writing console.write and I want to print the value of each and every. So how do I print ARR of I, j? What is I, j? Row index, column index. First time 0, 0, 0, 1, 0, 2, 0, 3, 0, 4. Again 1, 0, 1, 1, 1, 2, 1, 3, 1, 4. Again 2, 0, 2, 1, 2, 2, 3, 2, 4. Again 3, 0, 3, 1, 3, 2, 3, 3, 3, 4. All values are going to be printed now. Same. And you can observe the output, guys. If you watch the output, you should see the same output again. Second time. Check. This is what I printed by using for each. This is what I printed by using nested for. Nested for. So which one is simple? For each is simple. For each is simple. But nested for has advantages. 2 advantages. 1. For each is simple when we are accessing, but cannot be used for assigning it. For each is simple for accessing, but cannot be used for assigning. Already last class we concluded that. Second, by using for each, I cannot print the values of a 2-dimensional array in a 2-dimensional array format. Did you understand what I said here? By using for each, I cannot print the value of a 2-dimensional array in a 2-dimensional array format. What is that? You said that it's 2-dimensional array and printing all the values in one row. Why should I treat this as a 2-dimensional array? I say it is 1-dimensional only. Correct or not? If I want to really say it is a 2-dimensional, how the output should be? It should be printed in rows and column format. Then only I'll believe it is a 2-dimensional array. When you print it like this, how can I believe it is a 2-dimensional array? I say it is a 1-dimensional array. Got the point or not? If you want to make me believe a 2-dimensional array, you need to print your output rows and columns. But that is not possible with for each loop. That is not possible with for each loop. Why? For each loop is one loop. It will never tell you the end of a row. It will never tell you the end of a row. It will start with the first row, first column and stops at last column. That's all. Are you getting me or not? It will never tell you end of a row at any point of time now. Got it? It will never tell you end of a row at any point of time. End of the row is not going to be identified here. That is a drawback of for each loop. That is a base drawback of the for each loop basically. Okay. But if you want to see the output row by row, you can use a nested for loop. Nested for loop can print you row by row now. Nested for loop will print you row by row. How sir? Answer my question. What is the inner for loop doing? Printing what? Printing the values of a row. Printing the values of a row. If I pass 0 there, it will print the values of first row now. If you pass 1 there, will print the values of second row. If you pass 2, third row. If you pass 3, fourth row. So what is inner loop doing? Louder. printing the values of a row. It is printing the values of a row. Am I clear with all of you? So what the inner for loop doing is printing the values of a row. Now tell me, see, you're coming out of the inner for loop. If you're coming out of the inner for loop, what is the meaning? End of a row. If I am coming out of the inner for loop, what is the meaning? End of a row. It is end of a row. Are you clear? If it is end of a row, here can I add console.writeLine? What happens? After printing the first row, it comes to next line. Printing the second row comes to next line. Printing the third row comes to next line. So it will print each row in a separate line now. Are you getting me? Okay, just a minute here. Here also, see, I want to separate these two outputs also. Means I just want to add a line break between these two outputs. So here, let us add slash. So it will add you a line, extra line break there again. Okay. Check. This is for each. Yes, printing you row by row or not? Printing like this is not possible with for each. Printing like this is not possible with for each, because for each will never tell you end of a row. But for loop is telling end of a row. But for each is not telling end of a row. Okay, now? So, and second thing, I cannot do assignment by using a for each, but I can do assignment by using nested for. I can do assignment by using a nested for. Okay, we'll write that code also. Just a minute. How many lines are present in the inner for loop? How many lines of code present in the inner for loop? One line only, na? So these curly braces are mandatory or optional? So let me remove it. I'm trying to make the code simple, man. That's it. This is the code for accessing the values of two-dimensional array by using nested for loop. And this is the code for accessing the values of a two-dimensional array by using for each loop. Okay, now? The next thing what I want to do is assignment. Accessing is zero. The next thing what I want to do is assignment. Assignment means forget about for each. Because last class I very clearly explained you. For each loop cannot be used for assignment. You can use only for loop for assignment. So forget about for each. The only option is for. What for? Nested for or normal for? Nested for. Can you help me in writing the code for assigning values now? Assigning values to two-dimensional array by using nested for loop. Come on, tell me. Nested for loop. Open the mouth, yeah. For int I is equals to 0, I less than. LKG students like you're telling I less than, what is that? Yeah, I less than, ARR dot get length. Tell it as a single statement. 0, next. I plus plus, next. For int j equal to 0, j less than, ARR dot get length of 1, j plus plus. And I want to do some assignment here. ARR of I comma j is equals to 5. Is equals to 5. So what are you assigning? I'm assigning 5 into each cell. So now second time not zeros, guys. What it prints you? All 5s. All 5s. But I want to assign it like this. Start with 5, increment by 5 and assign. Yesterday, start with 10, increment by 10 and assign. Today, start with 5, increment by 5 and assign. And to achieve it, what did I do yesterday? I declared a field here, x is equals to 0. I came here and I said x plus equals to 5. And here, I assigned x. X plus equals to 5. Every time this x is incremented by 5. First time 5, second time 10, third time 15, last cell 100. Start with 5. Last one is 100, incrementing by 5. So first cell is 5 and the last cell is 100. Is that clear working with the two-dimensional arrays? Yes or not? So if you want to access the value, simple for each loop will be enough. Okay, if you want to assign values, compulsory record user, nested for. You want to print the values row by row, nested for. Directly only accessing for each. Are you clear? You want to format your outputs or do any of these things? Nested for. Assignment, no alternative. Only for. Nested for. You cannot use it for each at all. Okay? Fine. Guys, how do I assign values to two-dimensional array at the time of declaration? Do you understand my question? How do I assign values to two-dimensional array at the time of declaration? Declaration time, I want to assign the values. Is it clearer or not? What I want to do? Declaration time, I want to assign the values. That's what exactly I wanted to do. How do you do that? Watch. ARR is equals to. It is a single dimensional array. Last class, how did we do? Open the curly braces and we straight away assigned all the values, remember or not? In the two-dimensional array. Dimensional array also similar process, but what we require to do is every row value should be under separate curly braces like this. Understand? These are my first row values. These are my second row values. These are my third row values. And these are my fourth row values. This is how you should do it. What do you do? A static curly brace telling it is an array. It's an array. Under that, every row means you can understand like it's an array of arrays, man. It is an array of arrays. So this is one array, this is one array, this is one array. 4 arrays combined together, a new array. Understood? So this is the process to assign values to a dimensional array at the time of its declaration. At the time of its declaration, if you want to assign a value, this is how you should do it. Hope I am clear. Understood all of you? So there are no changes, guys, except declaration with your C language or C# language. How we worked with the two things you notice newly here. What are the two new things, First one, declaration syntax changed. Second one, for each loop came new, that's all. But the rest of all the other things is as the same as your C language only. There is nothing difference. Hope I am clear, all of you. Yes or not? What are the two changes? For each loop is newly introduced. Second change. Second one, declaration syntax changed. Okay. Here's a small requirement here. All the requirement is I'm developing an application for a school. I'm developing an application for a school. Okay. In application, what I'm developing for the school now, what I'm doing is, it's something like I wanted to, okay, for this application, what I'm developing for the school, I wanted to store the total marks achieved by students in a particular classroom. What is that? Total marks achieved by students in a particular classroom. There are 50 students in the classroom now. And I want to store the total marks achieved by the 50 students now. Okay, normally what you need to do, you need to declare 50 variables. 50 students, 50 variables. Or the better option, declare an array. Declare an array and start storing the values in the array. Which one is better? 50 variables or array? Louder. Single dimensional, two dimensional. Single dimensional. What you require is a single dimensional array. What you do? You simply declare an array like this now. 50, I'm sorry. And you start storing each student marks under each cell now. So where the marks are stored, if you are 40th student, yours is 39th cell. That's it now. If the 25th students, yours is 24th cell. One less than your ID. That's it. Are you clear? Okay, fine. Now see, I want to sort the total marks achieved by students in four different classes, man, not one class. How many? Four different classes. Now also each class has 50 students, four different classes now. Are you getting me? Now tell me, single dimensional, two dimensional. Louder. Understand here, when to use a single dimensional, when to use a two dimensional, one class, single dimensional. Four separate classes, two dimensional. What is the size? Four rows, 50 columns. Four rows and 50 columns. How do you do? ARR is equals to new int of 4 comma 50. Now you are declaring it two dimensional. How many students are present in the class? 50 students. Are you clear? Because unfortunately, I faced a problem like this, But, in the first class, there are 50 students. Second class, there are 60 students. Third class, there are 80 students. Fourth class, there are 40 students. Did you understand me or not? The number of students are not equal now. So if I declare an array now, as 4 by 80, I'm taking the higher number one, 80, 4 by 80. What is the drawback? The drawback is in the first row, 30 cells should be left empty. Second row, 20. Third row, all filled. Fourth row, 40. 30 plus 20, 50, 50 plus 40, 90, 90 into 4, 360 bytes of space is going to be wasted now. Yes or not? Memory management is very, very important. Your unnecessary space wasting is going to cause you problems today. 360 only, but imagine if the count is going to be something in thousands, 1000 into 4,000 bytes of space will be wasted of now. Everything counts. Yes or not? So this is a problem what we have. This is a problem. How to resolve it? To resolve this problem, one way is without going with a two-dimensional array, go with four individual single-dimensional arrays. Go with four individual single-dimensional arrays. First array 50, second array 60, third array 80, fourth array 40. You can declare it like this. How many arrays? Four arrays, four single-dimensional arrays. So which one is better? Four single-dimensional arrays or one two-dimensional array? Louder. Four single dimensional arrays. Undoubtedly, if you want a better memory management, the suggestion is four single dimensional arrays rather than one two-dimensional array. Okay. Second option is jagged array. What is that? Jagged array. First option is four single dimensional arrays. Okay, now second option is jagged arrays. What are jagged arrays? Is something new. We did not hear about them in our C language. Yes or not? Yeah. These are newly introduced for us as jagged arrays. What is jagged array? Jagged array is also a two-dimensional array. Jagged array is also a two-dimensional array. But what is the difference between a two-dimensional array and jagged array? In a two-dimensional array, all the rows should have equal number of columns. In a two-dimensional array, all the rows should have equal number of columns. Whereas in a jagged array, each row can have a different column size. Each row can have a different column size. I can declare a jagged array where the first row contains 50 columns, second row contains 60 columns, third row contains 80 columns, fourth row contains 40 columns. Did you understand me or not? And that's what we call as a jagged array. The column size varies from row to row. So there will not be any waste of memory. There will not be any memory wastage now. There will not be any memory wastage now. Okay, 50, 60 is a big size. Let us take like 5, 6, 8, 4 here. 5, 6, 8, and 4. This is how a jagged array looks. That's a jagged array. Look at that. Is it looking like a two-dimensional array or not? Tell me. It's looking like a two-dimensional array only, but different column sizes. Different column sizes. So now tell me, two-dimensional array is better. Four single-dimensional arrays are better. Jagged array is better. I have three options before you. First option, two-dimensional array. Declared 4 by 8. Unnecessary space waste. Second option, 4 single dimensional, no space waste. But tomorrow, if you imagine 10 classes are there, then 10 single dimensional arrays will come. Not one array. How many? 10 arrays. The number of arrays will become more now. Third option, zagged array. Which one is better? Zagged array. Understood all of you? This is a new concept for us now. So, zagged array. Zagged array. These are also two-dimensional arrays only. But the difference between a regular two-dimensional array and jagged array is, or otherwise, the difference between a two-dimensional array and jagged array is, in two-dimensional arrays, all rows should have equal number of columns. Whereas in case of zagged array, column size can vary for each row. Column size can vary for each row. Okay? Jagged arrays are also known as array of arrays, because here each row is one single dimensional array. Each row is one single dimensional array. Multiple single dimensional arrays of different sizes are combined together to form a new array. Read the note. Jagged arrays are also known as array of arrays because here each row is considered one single dimensional array. Multiple single dimensional arrays of different sizes are combined together to form a new array. Got it? Now the question is, so how to declare them? Okay. Syntax to declare jagged arrays. See, if I say like this, it is a open the mouth here. What is this? This one? Jagged array. Array of arrays. See that? Array of arrays. That's what the syntax indicates basically. ARR is equals to new int of the number of rows. Sir, columns, how can you tell the columns? Column size is not fixed. Column size is fixed, varying. You can't tell the column size now. So leave that cell empty. What is this statement? This statement is just a declaration. Earlier, this statement is a declaration and initialization also, do you remember? But no, this statement is only declaration. This is not possible for jagged arrays. What you know? Declaration and initialization on the same line is not possible for jagged arrays. Did you understand me or not? What is not possible? This is not possible for jagged arrays. What is possible? These two are possible. Got it or not? First one is not possible. What is possible? 2 and 3 are possible. What is 2? Declaration separate, initialization separate. 3, declaration and initialization with given set of values. So looking here, see, just watch here. What is this declaration? Sir, what about initialization? I'll tell you how to initialize. You have a one-dimensional array. You have a one-dimensional array. The name of the array is ARR. ARR of 0 refers to, I said one-dimensional array. One-dimensional array. ARR of 0 refers to first cell or the first column. What it refers to? First column or first cell. I have a zagged array. In a zagged array, if I say ARR of 0, it refers to first row. Did you understand me or not? It refers to first row, not to the first column. In a one-dimensional array, first column. In a zagged array, first row. Which? First row, second row, third row, fourth row. But the one-dimensional array means first column, second column, third column, fourth column. Correct or not? But here, first row, second row, third row, fourth row. Now see, when I say ARR of 0, I'm referring to first row is equals to new int of 5. This is initialization of first row. Come on, help me to initialize the remaining rows also. First, ARR of 1 is equals to new int of 6. Initialization of second row. Next, ARR of 2 is equals to new int of 8. Initialization of third row. Next, ARR of 3 is equals to new int of 4. Initialization of fourth row. See now, this is declaration, this is initialization. You cannot combine these two. Third one is possible, guys. What is the third one? Int ARR is equals to list of values. List of value. This is possible. What is this? This is declaration and initialization with given set of values. This is possible. How to do this, I'll tell you. Is the first one clear? Come on. Second one, I'll tell you. First one clearer or not? Okay. That's fine. Questions here? Yes. Are you Bhaskar Rao? Are you talking about jagged array? Yes. Rows are fixed. Columns will be varying. Rows are fixed. Columns will be varying. Like it's there's nothing called three-dimensional here. It's a multi-dimensional we just call. Basically, the multi-dimensional arrays are not used here. In the place of that, we got something called collections here. We'll see how to work with them later. Yeah. Let me note that jagged or jagged demo.cs. Using system. For ARR of 0 is equals to new int of 4. ARR of 1 is equals to new int of 5. ARR of 2 is equals to new int of 6. ARR of 3 is equals to new int of 8. Okay. Oh, so we planned it like this now. 5, 6, 8, 4. Array, size is your choice here. I started like that. I said you that. That's all. Size is your choice. First cell 20, second cell 5, third cell 1, fourth cell 50. No problem at all. Sizes can be your choice. But your rows is fixed here. Columns only can vary. Reverse is not possible. Are you getting me or not? What is not possible? Reverse is not possible. What is fixed? Rows are fixed. Columns only can vary. Okay? Fine. Now, look at this. So what's your requirement now? I just wanted to print these values now. I just want to print these values. Let's try with a for each loop like we tried with for each loop morning for a 2-dimensional array. Same way, let's try with a for each loop here. Okay, let's try with a for each loop. Come on, guys. How do you write? Right, this is how we written the code in the morning to print the values of a 2-dimensional array. Now, how many cells? Total. Last year, 23. How much time you will do, man? 23. How many cells I asked you, not how many rows. How many cells? 23 cells are there. So it has to print me all the 23 cells now. Correct? Come on. CSC jagged demo.cs. Oh, I got an error, man. I got an error. Read the error. Cannot convert integer array to integer. Listen, what is it telling? Cannot convert integer array to integer. And we'll have a doubt. Where did we convert? Where did we convert an integer array to integer? Did you understand the question? Where did we convert an integer array to integer? Will be our confusion now. Okay, let me clarify why you got that error. What is this? Int. What is this? Integer array. Otherwise, array of integers. Correct? What is this, man? Integer. What is this? Array of integers. Then what is this? Array of that's it now. First one is integer. Second one, array of integers. Third one, array of integer arrays. It's an array of integer arrays. Yes or not? If I add one more square brace here, array of integer arrays. Correct? Okay. So what is that? Array of integer arrays. Okay. Now listen. What is this? Everyone open the mouth. Array of, if I apply a for each loop on this, for each iteration, what it returns? Correct. For each iteration, what it returns? One integer. Correct now? It's an integer array. For each iteration, what it returns? Integer. Correct now? Now what is this? Array of integer arrays. If I use a for each loop on this, for each iteration, what it returns? Integer array. You are following me? What it returns for each iteration? Integer array. Okay, see. For each loop returns one integer or one int for each iteration. Correct? Same way. Now tell me, for each returns one integer array for each iteration. Hope I'm clear, all of you. So what is it returning you? One integer array. If it returns one integer array, then how are you trying to capture this in an integer variable then? What is it returning? Integer array. How are you capturing? Integer. Correct or not? Now read the error. The error makes sense now. Enjoy the subject, yeah. Lazy faces always, just like you lost your wallet. You put your face like that only, I lost my wallet, and put your sad faces. Enjoy the subject, yeah. Be participative. Understood, huh? What is it written? Integer. The integer not possible now. Understood? Are you clear why you got the error? So how should I capture? This is fine now. Array, this I is a name na. You can give any name of your choice. Let me call IARR to indicate this is an array now. Are you clear? Now tell me, this loop when I use for each iteration, what it returns? An array. What it returns? You cannot print array directly now. Am I correct? Because you cannot print an array directly, can I do this, man? For each int I in IARR. Are you guys clear with that code? What is outer loop returning? Outer loop, one array. What is the inner loop doing? Taking that array and returning one integer. Are you clear? Imagine it like this. There's an Independence Day celebration in the school. The principal has packets of chocolates with him. Packets of chocolates. Not one packet here, multiple packets. Every packet, imagine there are 50, 60 chocolates in each packet now. Packets of chocolate. Each student is given with one packet. No. What happens? The principal gives a packet to the teacher. Am I correct? One packet to the teacher. What will the teacher do? Teacher will give one chocolate to the student now. Am I correct? Once the packet is completed, now you come back and take another packet now. You take another packet now. Are you clear? Array related here. This is a packets of chocolates. Every iteration, what you're getting? One packet. One packet. Now this packet is passed to the teacher. Now what is the teacher going to do? One chocolate from each packet. With this loop, return one integer from each array now. Now, here can I say console dot write I plus space. Single for each loop will not do the job here. Single for each loop will not do the job here. Compulsory, you're required to write a nested for each loop. You saw nested first now. This is nested for each. This is nested for each. Come on, let us see it is going to print me all the 23 values or not. All 23. Sir, can you print me row by row? Yes, I can print. Why? Because I'm in a nested. I'm in a nested. I can print row by row. Same. What is inner for each doing? Printing values of a row. Which row? What is the teacher doing? The teacher distributing the packet of chocolates. Which packet? What the principal given? Yes or not? Now tell me, what is inner for loop doing? Printing the values of a row provided by outer loop. Outer loop has sent a array. Inner loop is printing that. Now see, here if I add, now we got a line break between each row now. And again, look, how many lines of code are present in the inner loop? One line only now. So can I remove the curly braces? So mandatory, not mandatory, are making it short. Making it short. Unnecessary things we can remove. What are you doing? Accessing values of jagged array by using nested for each loop. By using nested for each loop. So you're expecting the value to be printed row by row, right? First row, 5. Second row, 6. Third row, 8. Fourth row, check it out. This is a jagged array. That's how it is declared. 5, 6, 8, 4. Is it clear, everyone? Yes or not? Okay, so this is how you can access the values of it. Okay? Today, I've shown you 2 ways of accessing, remember? For loop, for each loop, nested for loop. Here you can access in 4 ways. Four ways? Yes. What are the four ways? First one, nested for each. Second one, nested for. Array, nested for will work na? Nested for. Third. Third one is, look that, what is the third one? What is the outer loop? For each. Inner loop? In the inner, can I use a for? In the inner, can I use a for? Are you getting me? So what is the third combination? For in for each. Now imagine the fourth combination. For each and for. Understood or not? Option 1, nested for each. Option 2, nested for. Option 3, for in for each. Option 4, for each and for. Option 4 is for each and for. Or you can try all the ways. I'll show you. Yes, for Jack Dere Bhaskar, that's what I confirmed. For a Jack Dere, it is must to specify the number of rows. Rows cannot vary, only columns can vary. In Jack Dere nested for each loop, I printed that only. I printed that only. Nested for each, we printed the values like this now. Okay, second option. What is the second option? Here, we use the for each. We can use for also there. We can use the for houser. Array, outer loop is written in array now. You know how to write a for loop to print array values. Use that now. Okay, how do you write? Watch what you are trying. Tell the comment. Accessing values of Jack Dere by using for in for each loop. By using for in for each loop. First one is for each only now. Come on, tell me for each. For each. Integer array. IARR. In ARR. Okay. Now inside what do you want to write? For loop. Okay. For int I equal to 0. I less than IARR dot length. Remember not ARR dot length. ARR dot length is 23. What is that? IARR dot length. What is IARR? IARR is the row now. First time first row. Second time second row. Third time third row. Fourth time fourth row. IARR dot length means first time 5, second time 6, third time 8, fourth time 4. Next, I plus plus. Console dot write IARR of I plus space. Again, here also console dot right line. Again, now again here also we have one line only, so we can remove the curly braces. Is how you print it. Okay, just to separate the outputs, man, to separate the outputs, let me draw a line there. Console dot right line. Just want to draw a line there, that's all. Same output only came, see. There is no difference at all. We exactly got the same output in both these two cases. Okay, so just trying to separate the outputs with a line break over there. Yeah, the first one is the second. Clearer or not? Third option. What is that? Nested for each. Sorry, nested for. First let us try nested for. Afterwards, for each and for. Afterwards, it is for each and for. So first let us try nested for. Okay. And here also to separate the output, I'm adding the line break here. Now I'll show you the third option. What is that? Accessing values of Jack Dere by using nested for loop. Come on, guys. Morning you learned how to use a nested for loop. Help me. For int I is equals to 0. I less than ARR dot get length of 0 will tell you the number of rows. will tell you the number of rows. Rows is fixed only, na? It'll tell you the number of rows. I plus plus, sorry, I plus plus. Next, for int j equals to 0, j less than arr dot get length of 1 j plus plus console dot write arr of I of j, guys. Array, it's a jack array, two separate one. I is row index, j is column index, plus space again, line break. Is that clear, all of you? Yes or not? What is the value of get length of 0 if I print it on the monitor? And I want to print console.write line ar dot get length of 0. What will it print? Get length of 0. 4 now. Why are you telling 1? 4. Number of rows. How many? 4. Same way if I print get length of 1, what will it print me? Tell me the value directly. I don't want that one, the whole column. I don't want. I want the value directly. Get length of 0. What is the value? 4. 4 is printed now. Get length of 1. What is it printed? 5. Huh? Come on, yaar, answer everyone. Right or wrong? Is anyone going to slap you if your wrong answer? Open the mouth, yaar. Try. 5. Huh? Some are telling 8. 5, 6, 8, 4. Okay, imagine if it returns 5. If it is 5, first row 5 values are printed, second row 5 values are printed, third row also 5 values are printed, fourth row will give you error. Why fourth row will give you error? 4 has 4 cells only. Are you getting me or not? Okay, how you want 6? I did not understand. 5 means you picked up the first one. 8 means you picked up the highest one. How did you get 6? Did you understand the question or not? See, this is your array. Get length of 1. What it returns is my question. You can't use here. Use your common sense first. How can we call get length of 1 on this? Column size is varying now. Column size is fixed varying now. Then how can we use it? Understood the question? How can you use it, man? It is not fixed. It is varying. When can we use? If it is fixed, we can use. But it is not fixed, it is varying now. So it won't be possible to use now. What is not possible? It is not possible to use get length of 1 on this. So we used in 2-dimensional array. Yeah, we can use in 2-dimensional array. Yeah, in 2-dimensional array, columns are fixed. Columns are varying, fixed. But here columns is not fixed now. If it, the confusion is 5, 6, 8, 4. This is the biggest question now. If it returns 5, why 5? First row size. If that returns 5 now in second row also 5 values only will be printed now. Third row also 5 values only will be printed. Suppose it is the highest value. What is the highest value? Then first row only will give you error. Why? How many cells are there? 5. But loop run will run for 8 times. If the loop runs 8 times, error will come now. 5 only present now. You can't run for 8 times. Suppose it runs the least value. What is the least value? 4. First row will print 4, second row will print 4, third row will print 4, fourth row will print 4. Only 44 into 4, 16 values only printed, man. The remaining values won't be printed. Did you understand me or not? So the point what I wanted to tell you is you cannot use get length of 1 on jagged arrays. Get length of 0 possible? Possible. Why? Rows are fixed. That's what I'm telling you from the first. What is fixed? Rows are fixed. Get length of 1 is possible, but columns are not fixed. Get length of 1 is not possible. But 2-dimensional array, rows are fixed, columns are fixed. Both will work. But here, rows are only fixed, columns will not fixed. Got it? So my point to tell you here is, this will give you error here if you try now. That will give you error if I try now. Okay, that is wrong. That is okay for the MXL, not for JAD. Then what should I write, sir? I'll tell you. I'll tell you. Answer my question. When you are pointing to the first row, how many times do you want the inner loop to execute? Louder. 5 times. Tell confidently. How many? 5. When you're pointing to second row, 6 times. When you're pointing to third row, 8 times. When you're pointing to fourth row, means the value here should be changing dynamically. Agree or not? But for a 2-dimensional, I don't require to change dynamically. Fixed. But here should change dynamically. Are you getting me? Okay. Let me ask you a question. What is ARR of 0? Forget again. First row. What is ARR of 0? First row. Correct? If I say dot length of the first row, how much? Louder. If I can change this 0 as 1 for the next time, 6. If I can change to 2, 8. If I can change to 3, then use I now. I is 0, 1, 2, 3 now. What you should write? ARR of I dot length, not ARR dot get length of 1. Did you understand me or not? What is I? First time I is 0. Okay, then it is ARR of 0 dot length, 5. Second time I becomes 1. Then it is ARR of 1 dot length. What is it? 6. Next, I is 2. ARR of 2 dot length, 8. I is 3. ARR of 3 dot length, it is 4. Got it? Save it. Come on, let us execute this. Third time also you got the same result. Watch. First time, second time, third time. You got all same results. Okay, just a minute. Console dot. I'll clear the screen and then print the outputs. Yeah. First time. Second time, all 3 same output only printed. See, got it? And lastly, we have fourth option. I said, what is the fourth option? Using a for each in for loop. Correct now? Okay. So tell me the description. Accessing values of a JAD array by using for each in for loop. Okay. So first one is for loop. Come on, tell me the for loop. For int I equal to 0, I less than ARR dot get length of 0, I plus plus. Are you getting me? Okay. Next, for each int x. I is already used on that, so I'm changing the name now. J or anything you like for int x in ARR of I. ARR of I, again the same thing only. Here is the ARR of I. ARR of I means first time first row, second time second row, third time third row, fourth time fourth row. Means here what will come? First time first row. You're picking one by one value from the first row now. What do you write? Console dot write x. Console dot write line. Console dot write line. Save it. I print and miss the line break there. That's why outputs are combined up. You noticed it? Printed here, but outputs are combined up. See. Okay, just let me add a change. Yes. 4 times you got the same output only. Check it out. Is that clear, all of you? Accessing is clear. How many ways they can access? For 1-dimensional, 2-dimensional, I shown you 2 ways of accessing. Correct? But here, 4 ways of accessing. First one, nested for each. First one, nested for each. Second one, for in for each. For in for each. Third one, nested for. Fourth one, for each in for. For each in for. Are you clear? Now let us focus on assignment of the values. Let's focus on assignment of the values. Okay, answer this question. Can I use this code for assignment of the values? Confidently. No, why? For each loop cannot be used for assignment of the values. That's what we clearly understood yesterday. What is that? For each loop cannot be used for assignment. For each loop is only for accessing, not for assigning. Okay, next. Can I use this code for assignment? Yes or no? Yes. Yes is my answer. You are telling no, I'm telling yes. Inner loop is for loop here. You assign through outer loop or inner loop. How do you assign? Inner loop or outer loop? Inner loop is for loop, not for each. Outer loop is for each. Inner loop is for. The assignment is done through inner loop, not through outer loop. Clearer or not? Come on, this one. Assignment possible there? 100% possible because both are for loops only there. No, why? Inner loop is for each. Inner loop is for each. So how many ways to assign the value? 2 ways. Wherever inside for loop is there only assignment is possible. Are you clear? What is possible? For in for each is possible. Nested for is possible. Remaining 2 options are not possible. Shall we try that? Okay. First, let us try with for in for each. First, let us try with for in for each. Okay now? Well, same style here, but you are trying to assign, that's all. Assigning values to jagged array by using for in for each loop. Come on, first write the code. Write the loop. Inside code, I'll tell you. For each integer array, IARR, in ARR. Every iteration will return you one array. Every iteration will return you one array. Now you're using a for loop on that array now. For int I is equals to 0, I less than IARR dot length I plus plus. Okay. If you're printing what you're writing, IARR of I. If you're printing what you're writing, IARR of I. Now also same only. IARR of I is equals to some value. IARR of I is equals to some value. What is the value I'm assigning? 5. Okay. So now run and see. You should see 5 in all the cells. What is output? 5. Okay. Not 5 guys. Just to give an idea, I said you. I want to assign I plus 1. Tell me the output. First row. What are the values of the first row? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Second row. 1 to 6. Third row. 1 to 8. Fourth row. 1 to 4. Why? You are picking the column index and assigning, man. You're picking the column index. What is column index? 0. Then you are adding 1 and assigning. 1. The same output only you'll say. What do you see? 1 to 5, 1 to 6, 1 to 8, 1 to 4. Okay. Let me save it. Recompile it. Clear or not? Second way to assign the value, nested for. Second way is nested for. Okay. Come on, look at that and now tell me this code. Assigning values to jagged array by using nested for loop. For int I equal to 0, I less than ARR dot get length of 0, I plus plus. Next, for z equal to 0, j less than ARR of I dot length j plus plus. Next, ARR of I of j is equals to I plus 1. What is the output? Same as earlier? Wrong. It's not 1 to 5, 1 to 6, 1 to 8, 1 to 4 is wrong. Yes. Someone said it correctly. First row all ones, second row all twos, third row all threes, fourth row all fours. Why sir? Earlier also he said I plus 1 only. Earlier I is column index, now I is row index. Understand the difference? Here I is column index. Inside. Inside means column. Yes or not? But here I is row index. Row index means if I is 0, 1 is assigned to all. If I is 1, 2 is assigned. If I is 2, 3 is assigned. If I is 3, 4 is assigned. Now it is column index, not row index. Check. Yeah. Different output. Different output. Is it clear? Because we assign column index here. So column plus 1. Here we assign row index. So row index plus 1. All ones, all twos, all threes, and all fours. Is it clear? Total 6 loops we written in this code here. Yes or not? 4 for accessing, 2 for assign. 4 for accessing and 2 for assign. Total 6 different loops I shown you in this scenario. Are you clearer with jagged arrays or not? So now tell me, is there any memory wastage with jagged array? No. Why? We are declaring what is required only. We are declaring what is required. We are not declaring anything more. Are you clear or not? Okay, you're purchasing a jeans. Or you purchase the jeans. When you purchase the jeans, you pick the length exactly what you require. You're not going to add 2 or 3 inches more now. Am I correct? Exactly. Here also we're declaring exactly what is required. We are not declaring anything extra. That's why there will not be any memory waste for jagged arrays. So these are better than 2-dimensional arrays when we have variable length. Array when you have fixed length again, 2-dimensional arrays only. When to use them? Only when you have variable length. Okay. Lastly, sir, how to initialize them at the time of declaration? How can I do this? Did you understand the question? How to assign values at the time of declaration. At morning, I said you how to assign values to 2-dimensional array at the time of declaration. Do you remember? Yes or not? Now also it will be a similar style, guys. Now also it will be a similar style. But let me explain you. What do you want to do? At the time of declaration. How to do it? Is equals to, what do you do? Open the curly brace. Again, each row should be under separate curly braces now. First row, 5 cells. Second row, 6. Okay, now? Third row. Fourth row. And this is how you declared 2-dimensional arrays morning, correct? The syntax is going to be a near similar but not exact. What is it? Yes, guys, here we have a difference. Here, for every row, you need to extract this code, new int of 5. This is how you should do. Understood or not? Otherwise, it looks like the syntax of two-dimensional only to differentiate. They just added this vector option again here. Okay, two-dimensional is a different, jagged is a different. Let me put them side by side so that you'll understand it much better. Check it out. First one is two-dimensional and second one is zagged. How you declare two-dimensional and how do you declare the jagged arrays. Looks very similar, but here we're going to specify the size explicitly. New int of 5, new int of 6, new int of 8, and new int of 4. Hope I'm clear, all of you. Understood about the three types of arrays now? What is it? One-dimensional, two-dimensional, zagged. And zagged is a new introduction. Understood? Okay. Guys, we have been completed of the basic fundamentals. The basic fundamentals like data types I taught you, conditional statements, jump statements, arrays. The basics we have just been done. It's time for us to start with object-oriented programming. Okay, but tomorrow I'm not starting with some leftovers are there. Let me finish all those things and introduce you to Visual Studio first. Tomorrow, we are going to look into the concept of working with Visual Studio. You are writing code in Notepad now? No, this is not the right way. What is it? We require to write our code under Visual Studio. So I will first introduce you to Visual Studio, how to write the code in the studio. And once you are familiar with it, from Monday, we'll start with object-oriented programming. But tomorrow, it's very important working with Visual Studio. Is that clear? Let's stop here. We'll meet tomorrow.